in April 2018 in Bangkok. Global Business Leaders Meet 2018, honoring most outstanding 50 business leaders within Asia, Europe, America, and from all over the world, with distinguished activity, exceptional leadership qualities, and prominent achievements in 2018 in New York, USA. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hemant Kaushik, for coming ahead and spoken about the entire selection process of the awards and what's coming up next. May I now, with a huge round of applause, welcome on stage our chief guest, Mr. Vijay Shivtare, to join me, and also Mr. Hemant Kaushik to come on stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for our chief guest and Mr. Hemant Kaushik. So could we first give away a lovely bouquet to our chief guest? So I would request Mr. Hemant Kaushik to give away a bouquet of flowers to Mr. Vijay Shivtare. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause. Could we have a bouquet, please? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. A huge, huge round of applause. Thank you so much, sir, for having joined us. May I now request our chief guest, Mr. Deepak Kesarkar, Honorable Minister of State for... So could we have Dr. S.N. Sasidharan Karta to kindly join us on stage, please? Could we have a huge round of applause? And to welcome you to our prestigious awards, we would love to give you a bouquet of flowers. So could we have a bouquet, please, on stage? And ladies and gentlemen, as they receive, could we have a huge round of applause from all of you? And could we have our chief guest, Mr. Satinder Pal Singh Ahuja, Honorary Consul of Georgia and Mumbai, to join me on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. And I want a little more energy in the audience. Could we have a thunderous round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? And could we have a bouquet of flowers for sir? Thank you so much for having joined us today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. And Mr. Hemant Kaushik, if we could request you to stay on stage, as we're going to be beginning with our first set of awards. For that, could I request Mr. Vijay Shivtare, Honorable Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs and Water Resources, Government of Maharashtra, to join us. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause. Now it's time for the awards, and first up for India's #1 Brand Awards 2017, I'm opening with our first award. India's #1 Mobile Network Service Provider goes to Vodafone. Ladies and gentlemen, could I have Mr. Siddharth Banerjee, Executive Vice President Brand and Insight, and Ms. Shrirupa Banerjee, Vice President Brand, to kindly join me on stage. So could we have Siddharth and Shrirupa from Vodafone to join us on stage? So meanwhile, could we have Mr. Bharat Modi, if sir's around, could you collect on their behalf, please? Could we have a huge round of applause for sir? Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. India's #1 mobile network service provider goes to Vodafone. Congratulations and thank you so much. Up next, India's #1 kitchen appliance brand goes to Prestige. Could we have Mr. Ankur Agarwal, Manager Marketing from Prestige, to join us? Ladies and gentlemen, a huge, huge round of applause. Thank you so much, Ankur. India's #1 education loan services goes to HDFC Credila. Could we have Mr. Ajay Bora, CEO, and Mr. Sebastian Fernandez, CFO, to kindly join us on stage? Do we have from HDFC Credila, Mr. Ajay and Mr. Sebastian? So if I could request Mr. Bharat Modi, if you could join us on stage and collect on their behalf. Yes, because you're sitting right there and I can just request. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause. I think all of the awards sir is going to be bagging. Congratulations, HDFC Credila, for being India's #1 education loan services. Up next, India's #1 color-coated steel sheets goes to Durashine. Ladies and gentlemen, could we have Mr. Vikas Pundir, Chief of Sales, and Mr. Piyush Nahar, General Manager Marketing, to join us. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for the entire team of Durashine. And congratulations, gentlemen, for being India's #1 color-coated steel sheets. Congratulations, Durashine. Up next, we have India's #1 cycles brand. So as our gentlemen are going to be having the group photograph, in just about a few seconds, I'm going to be announcing the winner. Congratulations. India's #1 cycle brand goes to Atlas Cycles. Could we have Mr. I.D. Kaur, Director, Atlas Cycles, to join us? Ladies and gentlemen, a huge, huge round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for India's #1 cycles brand, Atlas Cycles. So as all the awardees manage the glitterati on stage, we're going to give them a lovely trophy. And remember, you do have the media bites where you can join us event today. Congratulations once again, Atlas Cycles, for being India's #1 cycles brand. Thank you so much, sir, for having come ahead. India's #1 life insurance company goes to LIC. Ladies and gentlemen, could we have Mr. L. Ajit Kumar, Regional Manager, Customer Relations Management, to join us on stage? Could we have a huge round of applause? And let's congratulate together LIC for being India's #1 life insurance company. Congratulations to LIC once again. India's #1 Pan Masala brand goes to Pan Vilas. Ladies and gentlemen, could we have Mr. Amit Gambhir, Deputy General Manager, and Mr. Rajay S. Jain, Senior Manager, to kindly join us on stage. Do we have Amit and Rajay from Pan Vilas? So we'll ensure that the award reaches to them. Up next, India's #1 diamond jewelry brand goes to Aura. Ladies and gentlemen, could we have Mr. Vijay Jain, CEO, and Mr. Cecil D. Santa Maria, Vice President, to join us? Do we have? So even if they're not there, ladies and gentlemen, we can still give a huge, huge round of applause. Congratulations. So we're moving on to our next set of awardee. India's #1 films production house goes to Yash Raj Films. Ladies and gentlemen, could we have the Vice President Yash Raj Films, Mr. Ashish Singh, to join us on stage? Thank you so much, and congratulations to Yash Raj Films for being India's #1 films production house. India's #1 incense sticks brand goes to Ambika Agarbattis. So could we have Ambika Ramajanayu, Director Ambika Agarbatti, to join us on stage? Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Sir, please. Congratulations to Ambika Agarbattis for being India's #1 incense sticks brand. Thank you so much. Up next, India's #1 stationery brand goes to DOMS. Could we have Miss Neelam Gajra, Manager Marketing, to join us on stage? So since we don't have her on stage right now, we're going to be moving on to our next set of award. India's #1 baby care products brand goes to Himalaya Baby Care. Ladies and gentlemen, could I call upon stage Mr. Arun Kalra and Mr. Prabal Guha to join us from Himalaya Baby Care? So, ladies and gentlemen, we do have our gentlemen out here. Let's welcome them with a thunderous round of applause. Congratulations, Mr. Arun, Mr. Prabal, for having come ahead and collected this wonderful award on Himalaya Baby Care's side. Thank you so much. Up next, moving on to India's #1 coffee and coffee vending machine service. It goes to Cafe Desire. Ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, could I welcome on stage Mr. Sudeep Bhattacharya, Vice President Sales and Marketing, Cafe Desire, to join us on stage. And all the wonderful audience, let's give a huge, huge round of applause as all our awardees come on stage and receive their awards. Congratulations and thank you, Sudeep, for having come ahead. Up next, India's #1 medical college goes to Maheshwara Medical College. And could we have Mr. TGS Mahesh, Chairman, and Dr. B.B. Krishna Rao, Director, to join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for India's #1 medical college, Maheshwara Medical College.